Hello everyone, my name is Amos Nimas, and in today's video I will show you how to create a card for Super Tux Kart. There is not a lot of video that show how to do this, so I thought why not. So first of all, you need to install the Super Tux Kart add-on SDK for Blender. The instructions are on the Super Tux Kart website. So just to show you, if you go on the Super Tux Kart tools, that's what you're gonna be looking for, installing tools, and you're gonna look for Blender, and you're gonna look how to install the Blender script. Okay, and you just follow these instructions. Once that's done, okay, what you will have is these little settings right here. So if I go into the scene property, I can say that this is going to be a cart, not a track. Now you select the name of your cart, but for the way I create cart, that is going to be almost irrelevant, but pick any name you want for now. So let's call it default. But yeah, none of this is going to be very relevant to us because I'm having some issue with the default way that this works. Also, I never tried the quick exporter. That might be interesting. So select path. So that might be worth looking into. Also, you'll need to find your directory where you have the add-ons for Super Tux Kart. The default is .local share Super Tux Kart add-ons carts, and that's where you will create a new directory for your new cart. You can download templates of carts from the game Super Tux Kart, and they will be already there, so you can just copy one and start from there. That's what I did. So we have this new cart here, but it's another cart that already existed, but we will have that as the basis for our cart model. Okay, this is going to be a tutorial of sorts. Not saying this is the best way, but it's one of the only way I found. So we will start with creating the wheels. I like to create wheels that are omnidirectional, and by that I mean they work both for the left side and right side of the car. So it's not easy to create a wheel from a cube, so let's delete that with X. I'm not gonna explain every key I press in Blender. I hope that you have some Blender basic minimal experience for this tutorial. Then we are going to rotate this. I keep my finger on the control key so that it snaps with the grid. I think we will want that to be a little bit higher than the ground so that it rolls on the ground and not below the ground. We will need that to be way smaller than that. So let's look at our scale, and right now the scale is 1. Let's go with 0.1. What does that look like? I think that might be way too small. So 0.5, 0.2 even maybe. I want to create a really small cart, smaller than the regular ones because we can. So why not enjoy that privilege that we have, that we can do that. So actually 0.3 I think might be a better scale for what we're doing. So yes, that's a good basis, but now we need to move it back to where it was, so that it sits on the ground like this. It's a bit wide for a wheel, so I will make it just a little bit thinner like this, and you could be done. That could be your wheel, and I'm not gonna create a very complex wheel, but I think we can do a bit better than that. So what I like to do is click with this tool right here. I'm gonna give you the name in a moment. I haven't memorized the name of that tool, but what it does, it slices through the thing, and you're gonna try to align these cuts. Yeah, I failed, so let's try again. So let's make a line in the middle that's gonna help us align everything. So this is called the loop cut tool. We can use here the axis to have the top view, and from the top view let's select lines, all of these lines, that did not work, so let's try again to select them. Okay, let's go with faces. Maybe you will be able to select them that way. So now we can just increase the scale of that section, and that already looks more like a tire, am I right? So now we can go into faces, select that face. Yes, it's a 3D modeling video tutorial. Apparently not a lot of people interested in 3D model, at least not at this time of the day. And that's okay, that's totally fine. So we have two options here, to just dig it in or extrude it inward. So let's try an extrusion, but in the right direction. That would be maybe extrude like this. So this is called extrude along normals. So I think that looks nice. And we could use I and add a, how is it called? When I do this, I think it's called a insert face, I think it is. So we insert a new face here. It's a tool I use a lot, so you know, I remember the I shortcut for it. And now that we've done this, what we can do is scale that on this axis to get, like, you know, this look of wheels, which I like. And we could even make it a bit smaller, something like that. And I'm not done. We're gonna do one more loop cut to add even more detail to this. Do as you please. This isn't an exact tutorial to tell you like to copy every step exactly as you see them. And we are gonna do another extrude along axis, which is the shift space bar 9. That is a very complex shortcut. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just going to use it with the mouse like this, and we can go even deeper than that. So yeah, that looks cool. I like that. And yeah, I think that's a good wheel design. Now time to add the color to it. So you need to create a PNG file for the texture, for what you're creating. One texture per color, if you will. Or you could bake them, but it's hard to bake color. We are not going to do that in this video. So let's go into shading, because otherwise it's not gonna have any colors. And add a new texture. Let's call this one acid color, and go into shading, zoom in, and you do Shift A to add an image texture. I hope I'm not skipping any important step. You should be able to follow along. Let's go into whatever folder you have your texture in. Let's pick the acid texture, and now we have this beautiful texture on our tire, but it's on the entire tire. So what you will want to do is go into not sculpting, modeling, and pick the selection tool and select the part that you want to change the color of. In our case, we might want to change the outside color of the tire. There's another part I want to color in, and that is quite a tedious task, but you know, do it at your own pace, like this and like this. So see, that was quick. That didn't take as long as I was expecting. And there's probably better way to do selection in Blender. I don't know them, so for now that's the best I can do. And I keep my finger on the shift key, by the way, so that the selection keeps applying and does not reset every time I click. So now that we have that selected, we can go into wireframe, go on the top view, and also select this part of the tire. And now we can assign a texture to that. So if I go into my textures here, I will create a new one. So add a texture, new texture. This one is going to be lava. And again, we are going to go into shading, create the lava texture with Shift A image texture. And what you're gonna do here is open your texture from your texture file. I already have a lava texture. Let's pick that one. And your base color. And it's not doing anything because even though we created the lava texture, we haven't assigned it. So we go back into modeling and we assign that texture. So now if we take a look at our tire, it has two colors and it looks cool. It just does. So I won't add more texture and you'll see why in a moment. But for now, I think that is a very cool tire. And you can reuse your tires with different kart model. We'll see this in a moment. So let's export just the tire as SPM object. But first, let's select all. Go into, I don't know if this will change anything, to be honest. I think it doesn't change anything. But let's go into your object property and select wheel. But I don't know if this will change anything because you're just exporting the wheel object. So let's go with SPM. Go into whatever folder where you are testing, creating your kart. You should probably create those in advance, but actually we did create, instead of creating it at random place, let's try to go into .local share superkart add-ons kart new kart directly into the kart directory that we copied. So that would be in .local. So if we go here, can we go up a directory? It's a hidden directory. How do we show hidden directory? Can we do that? I don't even know if we can. Is there a way to show hidden directory? That might not work. So let's go back to minima kart. New folder. And let's call this one wheel. Default, I don't know. We'll give it a name that you will recognize. So wheel 001 or yeah, wheel 001 is good. And our new folder. So let's export that for now. And from a terminal, let's go into that directory that we created. STK new. It should be okay. So it's in kart test. MV new folder. Let's rename that folder to. How is our new kart called? It's new kart. So MV new kart. And MV new kart to the previous directory into STK. So if we go into new kart, we now have our wheel. So we want to move our wheel here where we have our copied kart template. So CP wheel. I'm just gonna copy the path here. Copy. Made a typo. And we wanna add this here. So I paste the wheel into this kart directory that we have. And I will take a look with nano at kart.xml, but any text editor will do. And here, if you look at the end, we have our wheel model. So we will change that to 001. And we will run the game and see if our new wheels are in the game. So you see, it's a lot of manual work because I don't use the default exporter, but the default exporter isn't working for me. It requires me to do animation and such. This allows me to avoid all that hard work. I can just create the model and already test it. So run the game, single player, add-ons in your car, and you should look for the one you copied. So we have two snakes. Right now, why does it look transparent is because we haven't imported the texture and we can see that the scaling is just off. that there is something wrong with the scaling for our tires. So let's try to fix that first before we continue working on importing the texture. But that is normal, except for the scaling issue that we had. So let's do something. I will try these wheels on another kart and see if they work on it. So wheel 001 into, how is it called? I forgot the name of the other kart. It's called A86. So new kart, CP wheel 001.spm, and to the AE86. Let's go into CD AE86 to test it, kart.xml, and we will change our wheels to wheel 001, wheel 001 for the front, and let's just see if that works. Run the kart command again to launch SuperTux kart. That is an aliases on my computer. I mean, it's sad that I don't have more people watching. This is actually a good video, I think. So if we look at our custom kart here, it's hard to see if they loaded properly. But I think they did. I just think that the kart model is so huge you can't see them through it. So that did not help us figure out if it's working properly. So I'm not sure what the fix would be. But clearly there is an issue with new kart scale. So let's look at the kart component. And here we have like the size and position for stuff. So clearly something is off. What if we try not having an SCP model file? So let's try without the model file to just have our tire and see like what size they have without the model file. Will they be loaded even if you don't specify a model file? So our snake is not even loaded if we don't specify a kart model. So what is the difference between nano kart and so why is this one so much larger? Is there a difference in size? So kart XML. I want to compare them and see what is the big difference in size. So those are size for the wheel or position, I'm not sure. I think those are position, yeah. So where is the scale specified? RGB, group, heavy, revision 1. I don't see. So what about that for the sound? I really have no idea why one is so much larger than the other. So let's try to maybe create a kart model or load another kart model. I don't know. So yeah, let's bring back the old model, because why not? We have it after all, and maybe make just the wheel smaller for now. I think that would be a good solution. So the kart model was called car original, PNG, headlight, snake ivy. So that is our kart model right here. So I'm just gonna take that and modify the kart.xml to bring back the original model file. We aren't gonna modify that for now. Let's focus on the wheels first. Are we online? We should be. So we have our wheels here, and clearly they are too big, so we want them to be smaller, but the height was perfect. So let's bring them back where they were, a little bit lower, something like that, and re-export them as SPM. And they were called, if you look back in new kart, wheel 001, and we will just copy them back, wheel 001, to our kart directory. That way, if I relaunch the game, kart, they should be smaller. Single player, we have our snake here, so they are smaller. So what we want is also when we will add our, so let's try this one for now, as it is, just for fun, without texture. See the position of the position and size of them is, even their axis is a bit off, clearly, so maybe they are too high above the ground, because that's a bit weird. Oh, that was a good power up. It's a shame to waste it like this. Woohoo! I'm going so fast. That's funny. So something's up, clearly. So what we will do is try to fix that. We have our wheel model here, so we can see it's a bit too high for it to work. So how about we just set it to the 0 position, make it just a little bit smaller again. How about this? That's a lot smaller. At this point, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. That is very small scale. Okay, that is a bit too wide though. So I don't know on what axis I need to make it less wide. On the red axis is, this one would be 0.05. Okay, so that should be very small, but let's see what it looks like in the game. So re-export it, move it back from the new kart directory to our kart folder directory, single player, and oh, that looks perfect. That looks crazy perfect. It looks like it's made to go there. Oh, and this kart is fast as heck. I don't know how you change the setting for your karts, but like that would probably be in the setting when you export it normally, but I don't. I just change the model without changing anything else. But we don't see the our wheels very well from there, so it doesn't really matter with this model what kind of wheels we are. So we are going to create another model that will allow us to see our wheels better, but at least now we have a sense of scale. I love that car. That's a nice looking car. I did change the texture on the original, so you cannot have that specific car, that same specific car. So I'm first of the race. Right now, just taking a break since we just fixed these amazing wheels, which I almost want to keep like this without the texture, because they do look nice with the hollow center. Like, you can also use this kind of transparency if you want to have a car like with transparent window that you can see through. If you want see-through parts, you can just create a secondary texture, and by default that secondary texture will be transparent. So that is a very useful piece of knowledge that we could use in our model. Oh, and I got nuked, but I have a boost. So no matter, we are good. Keep in mind that since we are starting from the same settings for this kart, our kart will also have a single nitro exhaust that is going to be on this side. But yeah, these wheels look good as they are. They don't really need much change. But yeah, let's just complete that race first, and then we will fix the rest. But yeah, we could have used the fact that the secondary texture is transparent to create like these kind of hollow tired burstfully, but yeah, we're almost done with the race, and after that we will work on the kart model themselves. Just wanted to take a break, you know. we're not that far ahead. Look how cool it is to have like these transparent tires. Oh, there's a final lap? That is more lap than I expected. Yeah, can we shortcut through here? Oh no, we can't. I thought that was a good idea, but it won't. It wasn't. I'm gonna lose the advantage. And I was thinking I was so smart. There's probably a way to do it though. I think that you know, the game, they try to have like a consistent art style for the model that you share online, or that you share at least on the main repository of cards. But I think that's a bad idea. I think one of the advantage of SuperText Kart is that you can create pretty much any card you want, and trying to limit people's creativity like this, like the game already isn't that polished. Let's just face it, not every fan-made map is going to be super polished. So people should create like whatever files they want, whatever card they want. So yeah, now that the wheels are done, but the texture wasn't applied properly, so what we will do is simply move our texture file that we used in the model in the same directory. So what I'm gonna do is cp. I already have them in the other AE86 folder. So I'm going to copy the acid, not acid lava, 168 acid PNG, and in the same directory the 168 lava PNG here. So now that they are copied, our wheels will work with texture. That's amazing. So now what we want to do is create the kart model. So I'm just gonna keep the wheel as a reference for the size and positioning of the kart. And we will add a mesh cube, which is way too big. So let's scale it down to 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Just like so. Now our kart is the same size as our tire, so let's make it be a little bit higher. And let's expand it on this side, and let's have fun modeling, right? Just select the box that we added. You can hide the cylinder now because we won't need it at the moment. Let's add some slices to our box. That's always useful. You could have used subdivide. Actually, let's try that. Subdivide, and we get a similar result, right? And now that we've done that, we have more faces that we can control. So let's pick those lines at the front and lower them just a little bit like this. And I'm not sure what kind of kart I want to do. Normally that's the point where you would load a reference image, but we aren't gonna do that today. So some like this. Yeah, you might want to add another loop cut here. So we have here front, and yeah, extend that part further like this so that it works. That doesn't look as a kart at all, but it doesn't need to be creative. I don't care. Make something that you think look cool. Regardless if it looks right or not. Who cares? Have fun. Let's bring it to be opaque so that we can have a better view. Move things around, see what happens, you know? We want to move this, not that. Want to move these so that we can see our tire better. So I'm not gonna make it too wide because I want to be able to see the tire through it. So let's move that back. Yeah, that looks nice. And let's also select these lines. Move them back too. Okay, and like I said, I don't want it to be too wide at the bottom because I'm not gonna see the wheels that we created, and I want to be able to see them. So some like that. Actually, let's not select these ones. Some like that, and let's make that smaller. That way we can see our wheels. I should also bring these forward too, because otherwise it's gonna block the view of our wheels that we worked hard to create. We might want to have to raise these a little bit higher. Does it look like a kart? No. Does it look like a cool spaceship thingy? Yeah. So why not add sort of windows to our build that are gonna go from here to here. So that did not work the way I expected. My bad. So yeah, that did work the way I expected. So now pick our extrude inwards, or even you could almost delete these faces. And now we need to join these. So join that line. If we do a good job, we will have like transparency between both sides, which would be very cool in the kart model, I think. So take the inward, inside, side on both sides, and extrude edge. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to bridge edge loop. Yeah, that's what you want to do. The risk though is that some face might be on the wrong side, but we will flip their normals later if that happens. I think I'm selecting the right stuff, so be careful since we have like this little thickness at the inside. You want to pick the one in the inside. Bridge loop. Yeah, I'm a bit tired. What I just said didn't make much sense, but you could see it visually what I was talking about. New face from edge, and we go on like this. I think we have a last one to do. New face from edge. So that is very cool. So we have this transparent part here. Now that we have these faces, what we can do though is like try to lower them maybe to create like a cockpit, almost like a spaceship. I'm really leaning in to that spaceship vibe thingy. Oh, I forgot to select the top part here, so it's not part of it, right? So I want to combine this line, yeah, with these. And same with this one. And say fill, right? Did that work? No, we just added a, yeah, so how about face delete? And I think it'd be better to just add it back since I forgot to select that part at the bottom. select the top part and right click fill, right click new face from edge. Yeah, that way it's better, so that if I select the face, I should be able to move it back without causing any issue. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna extrude it back. Not too much, just like that. You see we have some issues here. I don't know what's creating that, so how about I first insert a face. I think some issue here with the corner side. I don't know why. Let's hope that the model behave. What is going on here? What is folded like that? Yeah, that's not like bridge edge faces. No. What is going on here? So these are already weird, the way they were like extruded on this side. Like, what is going on here? It's extruded through it, but not here. I think that's the face here. I did not create it properly. So let's just go back, select that face, delete it if need be, and try again. That's not the end of the world. Same here, face. The face was not created properly, and that could create issue down the line, so need to be careful. I think this one also delete face because it was created only from the sides and not the one below it. So as for these ones, I don't even know if they were created properly, but do I care? Not really. But you get the point, you get the gist of it. What is going on here? So the way I created the face was just probably not a good idea. So let's go back with Ctrl Z until we don't have bug. And yeah, that's fine with me. I don't care if it's good or not. It's gonna be our model. Maybe we could extrude the roof to give it a bit more detail. Maybe lower it for whoa, what is going on here? That was not a good idea. Yeah, that's something I think is cool, right? Yep. So like a space garbage truck, I guess. We'll give it a texture, new, and go into shading, add image texture. Base texture for it, open, go in your texture folder, select the one you prefer. Let's go with, I don't know, metal, open. That looks very ugly, so let's pick another one. How about rust? Oh, that is good, right? That works well for that kart. It doesn't have glass in front though, so I think that doesn't look good. So let's create one. Pick those two sides, insert a face, and extrude downward. And now we will assign a new texture to that, new, and shading. This is going to be our window. Again, import Shift A image texture. I explained in the video in more detail how to do this, but yeah, and let's pick, for example, door, and it's not gonna be visible because we haven't assigned it yet. So assign it to that part, make it visible, and that's what it would look like with the door texture. Not a big fan of that. I think that the acid texture looks better. Yeah, that looks more like space craft, whatever thingy. And we already have the wheels that we created in the beginning. I don't like the fact that it's like a triangle in the back. It looks like almost you know, an actual boat, so let's make it look less like a boat. Select this axis, select everything on this side, and just try to make it smaller a little bit. And maybe if you pick everything at the top as lines, like all the line at the top, and you lower them just a little bit like this, you should have a cooler looking thingy. And like I said, make it less pointy maybe. We can't really make it that much flatter, but we could add geometry to it to help us with the look. So we can select these lines and move them back, just like so. Now that line too, not the line, let's just pick the dot at the top here, move it back, and that looks already way better, I think, right? The corner here are a bit sharp. I would try to, you know, bring them in a little bit, make them smaller. I don't know why we have this curve here, but I don't really care. Did I just create that, or is it an old issue? Yeah, it's an old issue, so let's redo. And I don't even care. It doesn't look that bad that we have like this curve here. It just adds personality to this build. But I wish we could be able to see through it. So it would be cool to be able to lower maybe these faces so that we have better visibility. So maybe not select these ones. Don't select these ones. Lower this just to improve our visibility. Now that's breaking something, so yeah, we can't really lower it more than that. As for the one in the background, we probably can lower it more, but that's pretty much it. Is it ugly? I don't care. Oh, what is that here at the bottom? We don't want that, so let's select both sides and enlarge them on this axis just a little bit. That's a completed model, right? Let's call it a day by exporting as SPM. And like I said, you don't have that on the default Blender. You need to go on the STK tools website page to follow the instruction to install the plugins for Blender. And let's call this one car. Why not? And now that we have that, let's move car, which is in this directory, into our add-ins for SuperTux kart, located in that local share, but your position might be different depending on how you installed it. CP, kart, into our new kart folder. And now we have our new kart model that we will test. We might get some issue with it, but for now, let's just try it. Kart XML, car instead of snake here. Snake was the default template we used, and let's run the game. Single player. Our new card might be too small. Just saying it might be too small. For the texture, don't worry, we will add it back. But the kart itself is a bit too small. And I have a good idea. I like how it looks that way. I don't think it looks bad. So what I'm gonna do is take our model, and you know, they said it was too small, but like, let's look at it objectively. It's just not connected to the tire. It's not that it's too small, it's just not connected to the tire. So let's make that part larger. Maybe like in that direction first, then a little bit in that direction. And to connect to the tire, we want to add, like, what does that look like with the texture? it ain't gonna be enough. I can already tell you that. So what you're gonna want to do is select just these faces, move them more, and here let's bring them forward first, like so, and then you want to push them to the sides like so, like an octopus. I don't mind how that looked, to be honest. Let's compare it to the game. Let's look at it in the game to see how much I need to expand on it to have a better idea of the scale that we're working with. So yeah, it needs to move way a lot in like on this direction. I need to move it back more than that, I think. Select that. Not just make it bigger, like move this actually from here to here. These parts here, try to select them, and like go dot selection, move that forward. Yeah, that would look fine, right? And let's do a test. Let's import that into the game, see what it looks like. And we could try to even flatten it just a bit more. So select everything with A, and on this axis let's try to, you know, flatten it a bit. No, doesn't look good. I tried. So this part here, let's try to extrude it. And here, that's what it looks like. The part in the middle, let's rise it a little bit so that it looks more like a ship. Do we extrude it or just raise it? Let's try to just rise it. Yeah, that looks cool. Let's pick the single dot here in the middle and try to rise it too, so that we get like this almost floaty spaceship kind of vibe. Pick that one too. Yeah. That looks ugly but in a cool way. So let's export that. And I hope it fixes our issue. But first, don't forget to remove the wheels that we no longer need. And the scale was just up anyway, regardless. So we don't need it as reference because apparently the kart needs to be on a different scales than the wheel. Who could have guessed that? Now you want to go into your object property and maybe just try to make it a little bit bigger. So 0.2 here, 0.15 maybe. 0.3, how about that? 0.15 instead of 0.1. Actually, that's the only axis I didn't really want to change. 0.1. I don't care that it's flat. Let's try to export that as SPM, replace our car model, move it back into the correct directory. Did we lose our terminal that we had? Who cares? Let's use the karty aliases, go into karts, cd new kart, open a new tab, cd blender, file/blender, that's where I have my blender file, new kart, stk new kart, and we have our kart here. Let's reuse the command that we already used to move the kart into the right directory, or just retype it maybe if it's too far away. Shouldn't be. Car SPM, okay. It is, and clear. Everybody's watching the stream, and now that we have the updated kart, let's try it. It should look a little bit better, just a little bit. Single player. It looks more like a spaceship than a car. It's too low to the ground first. That's one thing I noticed. Also, it's a bit too wide. But other than that, it's not that bad. Like, so it's too low to the ground. So 0.2 to fix that. Then what we want to do is it's going too far forward. So bring these backward a little bit. Yes. Also, it's like I said, it's too low to the ground. So let's pick everything up for like up half a tire. Maybe if I go here, I want to go above that line. So that's how it's gonna look. And the one at the back here also I need to bring them in. So these, just bring them in a little bit like this, like so. Use the grid, make something that aligns. And maybe even bring these further in. Something like that is fine. And you could add the cylinder to connect the tire in a more pretty way if you want, but that's gonna work. STM as car. Quit, yes. Copy our car file, updated, rerun the game. It's, you know, you play, you test, you play, you test. That's what I do. And we have now a better looking kart. The texture is still not applied, and the front just looks overall bad, but it's starting to take shape. So the back is good. The back is really good. Like, that part is very good. But the front here is just bad. So let's make that smaller on that axis. Something like that. Also, it's too much forward, I think it was. So bring it back just a little bit. And should have a good looking car, right? I really don't like the color. So I'm just gonna change one of the color for lava. And we already are using that color for the tire, I think so. It's already there in the folder. So if I go into shading and select the folder and go with lava for the image, I think it looks a little bit better. And we want to export that back into the car file. Go into our terminal, bring back the new car file, and how does that look? Single player. That looks awesome. That looks awesome. A little bit too forward again. I might want to bring that back just a little. So shading, sculpting, top view. And I want to bring that back just a little tiny bit, just like that. And a little bit smaller on that side. Just to say. Take everything and try to bevel it, maybe to round it up just a little bit, because right now it's really squared. That worked, but did it improve it or made it worse? Ah, yeah, it did improve it, I think. It did redo bevel. Yeah, that has already more detail. I think that looks good. Yeah, it's funny. It's like more organic looking. It's weird. I like it. And once you bevel it, you can still add more detail to it. You're not limited to stop there. But we will, just for the sake of this tutorial. So replace it here again. Place the file. Rerun the game. And that should look mighty fine. How does that look? Now run it inside of the game. Random place. What does that look in the game? Don't I have the coolest car, right? Oh yeah, I'm not stuck. That car just looks insane, right? like it fits with the map that we got too. Like they work well together. Since it already look like some sort of alien spaceship, Martian spaceship. And the glass also looks nice under the light. So you need to look back if you want to throw something backwards, which makes sense. But honestly, oh no! Where am I going? Where am I going? Trying to take a shortcut. Where is this leading me? Are you supposed to go there? I don't care. I want to go there. Regardless of if it's part of the map or not. That's small details like this, I think, that makes the best map in the world. That you can go outside of the map and just visit if you want. You might lose a race, but at least you'll know what's there. And our kart just looks like an all-terrain beast, you know, that can go anywhere. Oh no, I fell down! Oh no, we need to go back up now. We need to climb back up. Want to see what's at no, not again. No! No! Oh, we're about to discover what was at the top. That's now my top priority. Sorry, that I'm a curious mind. Like maybe another texture would have worked better for this card, but I don't believe so. I think that the lava texture just is perfect. You can use any texture you want. Like, I don't get why my car is going up and down when the road here seems to be like straight, but who cares? I should probably slow down soon. I'm probably gonna lose the race, but as long as I can continue here to discover what's at the end. What is here? Yeah, we're here. We're at the top. Be careful. No, 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 no. I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. Okay, so I think some of them already won the race, but I don't care. I'm going to try to drive here. No! No bug, no bug, no bug. We're going to try to... We can't stay... Oh no! No! And it resets us. But I guess there's probably a way to jump down there, but we can't go on top of it, so... At least now we know. Now we know. And I like how the creator of this map like placed stuff like shortcut like this. But let's restart the race. What do you think of my card that I created? What do you think of it? It's ugly, but I think it's ugly in a good way, right? Look at a huge car in front. This one, right? You have the sound. Is the sound working fine? Because I will just try to win the race without trying to discover this thing that I love. These curly tower that leads you nowhere, but they are still very fun to go in and explore. But I wish there was like some secret part on top. You know what? Why don't we just visit the map after this? 'Cause it's the kind of map that looks like it has like all these little secrets. And I do love these. But for now, let's just win the race. And then we'll explore that map. But you have the basics now, at least, of how to create the cart, the wheel, and have them work together from a template. Because even if you have the template, you cannot import the template into Blender, so it's only helping you in the sense that you have like the structure and the wheel position in the XML file, and yeah. Like, that cart is very cool. No! The luck that we're having right now, it's insane. We're almost done with the race. After that, I will explore this map a little bit. There's not enough hype about this game. Like, not enough people care about this game. You can see that just by the lacking amount of video that explain you how to customize your own cart. There's some videos that show you how to create your own map, but not carts. Look at our cart! How cool it looks! So good. So restart, but this time let's explore. Can we go in these houses? Let's try. Can I go there? No. And apparently the collision ain't that good. Oh, there is a... Nope, no hidden wall. Wrong way, I don't care, right? Can I explore? Okay. Okay. See, that's the kind of thing I like to do as a kid. 3D games were kind of new, and 3D games were pretty much like you saw earlier, just games where you would drive around a place, and that was the enjoyment. Just move around in 3D space. Nowadays games are way more complex. Like, just what I'm doing right now wouldn't be fun, I think, for most people. I don't want to be kicked out for leaving too far from the trail, but right now we're doing fine, so we're still near the track. So but I wanted to try something with this thing. Like, where can you go from there? Do you need a boost? We need boosts. I should probably try to collect more boosts before I try to go there. Oh yeah, so I'm good. I have the boost now. Let's keep them for when we're at the top. Try to jump, see where it leads us. Because why is that thing there? That's why I'm curious. Also, transparency, I don't know how they did that. How do you add transparency to your map? No, don't fall down. Okay, we're nearing the top almost. Okay, so that's our last turn. What is that place far away? Oh! Cool, that was a cool jump. No purpose to that, but that was a cool jump. So what is that tower there? I want to go explore that from closer. Yes, there's no way to go up there. That place looks nice though. I like to do some map exploring like this. I should have a channel just for that. Like, I like to think that, you know, you have this map that you can access, but you're not meant to. The devs did not expect you to, you know, visit this place. I don't want to fall down the map. I know I'm near the edge. I really want to, next step I want to create my own map, that's for sure. I will make sure that you can visit all the surroundings for sure. And have some cool Easter eggs and such. The sky map is great on that map. So you see, that's the end of the world. That's where it ends. That's the... Oh, and there is like this boulder thing I wanted to explore a bit. And after that we can like explore another map or create a new model, kart model, I don't care. But that one's cool, right? It fits with the team, that's for sure. We have one viewer. Hello, hi. Half-Life 2 anniversary, maybe. It is? It is. I never played Half-Life much, to be honest. But why are you telling me that? Is it just random anecdote, or is it linked to like the visuals? Does that look like Half-Life? Like the kart I created, is it like a kart you would see? Not a kart, but a design that fits with it. I cannot go around it. That's sad. If I had created that map, I would allow you to go through that path instead of just resetting your position. So I think we visited that map well enough. I created the kart you saw, like this kart, created it. That's just wanted to specify that because that was like the topic of this video. I created that kart here from that kart here. So I took that and made it look like this, which you could call it a downgrade, but I don't care. Yeah. So let's pick our new kart. Go into. Is there any way of playing that gives us? Okay, so let's pick a map that we will explore. I never tried that one. It's supposed to be like multiple map in one, which I'm not sure how it works. But let's try it. Whoa, already crazy visual already. Love that map. Oh damn, might be my favorite map so far. Not much exploring to do though. That is by far my favorite map already. Like everything is so crazy looking. Like I think I will need to take big inspiration from that map when creating maps, because that is great. You're like inside of a room. That's also something I like about this skybox. It makes you feel like you're very small, tiny little kart. Damn, I missed that one. Can I? Whoa! Can I go there? Like I don't care about winning the race much. I just want to explore. Cool track, crazy cool track. Whoa, 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 is that where we're supposed to go? You are. No, it ain't. How? How? Where? How are you supposed to get across that? So we need to land on that part on the other side? That's almost impossible, right? So let's try again, but with more speed, because otherwise we aren't gonna be able to make it. So let's get all the speed we can. And no, the car slowed us down, the other cars. I'm sure we can make it across, but the other car are in the way. Wait, so I think we need to get a specific item to successfully achieve that. And that item might be this one. No, we had it. We had it. We need to wait again for it. Yep, we have it. Now we need to get back at the other side. Get the nitro. That's gonna also help us. So nitro plus these boosts will help us complete the track. I like the fact that this track is like a challenge on its own. Did we make it? We did. Wrong way. Who cares? Where are we supposed to jump here? Oh, we need to turn around. And what the hell is going on here? At this point, I don't even know if the texture are glitching, if the developer just didn't care, or what the heck is going on. Like, this map is like the perfect clickbait for a video. What? One of the car managed to get there? How? How? I barely managed it, and you're telling me that one of the default AI was able to do so? I don't believe you. I wasn't sure where to go there. Oh, that is good track making. You see that the person that created that track did play a lot of Trackmania before, because that track is just beautiful. Beautiful track making. If I was gonna try to get better at the track, it would be that one. Such an awesome track. Where am I supposed to go? What the heck is going on? What the heck was that? Crazy track. Look at the map for that track. Look at the map for it. That map is insane. No! No, I fell off the map. Oh no. Look at the position of the cart. It keeps changing. Like, it has so much difficulty just distinguishing what cart is in what position, because this track is just too crazy. I will probably record another live video of this specific track called Craziest Best Track in Super Tux Kart, for those who care about the Super Tux Kart. How did this kart get there? Tell me, how did an AI kart get there? I'm struggling to stay on track, and you're telling me that AI kart are able to do so? I don't believe you. No! I'm trying to do a drift here, but maybe not the best idea if I don't want to fall down. Nope! But that did give us a small boost. that track is insane. It's like never ending, and all the graphics and all are just mind-bending, crazy. Like, that's how you create cool tracks. That is amazing. So that's one lap out of one completed. Oh, so you need to turn here. Okay. Good to know. Have I completed one lap? Or not? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, you cannot go all around this cylinder. That's a shame. I wanted to go all around the cylinder. Can we? No, we can't. I tried my best. I don't think you can. Yeah. And I fell, I don't know where. I have no idea where I will respawn. Is that a shortcut? Can I just jump down and get a shortcut? Are we on a cake? What is this map? Oh no, I wanted to jump. Okay, so nobody's watching the stream regardless, and I'm tired of playing, so I might end the stream sooner, even though I haven't completed the race, if that's okay with the rules of the internet. What the heck was that? Where am I supposed to go after that? Whoa, okay, it's supposed to teleport me here. That is so cool. This map is just brain breaking. And I won the race with my new custom car. That's it for the video, folks. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. After all, I'm the only one who showed you, like, I'm the only source of video on how to customize your kart and SuperTax kart, and I just wanted to share that cool game, free game with you. Have a good day.